you are doing insights, if you are doing other test series, you will be always falling in their line. You will be falling in love with them and you will be there for 7 years, not cracking this exam. So don't go with outside exams. What I say is don't go with outside exam means don't go and fall into their trap. What you want from them you take, that's it. Not going and blindly joining there. Yes, you have to join, you join, but know what your requirements are there from that institute. That should be very clear. This is the thing. Now the second beauty of UPSC is, this is the first beauty. When we fall in love with someone, when you understand their beauty, right? When you understand their character, when you understand their attitude, then we fall in love with them. So if you want to fall in love with UPSC, this is the thing that you require. You understand the beauty of it. You understand the character of it. Look how organized it is. The second thing that it requires is, not only the syllabus was organized in a systematic way, but inside the particular topics, the syllabus was organized in a systematic way. Not only the syllabus was organized in a systematic way in the modules, inside a particular module, whatever the components are there, that is also systematically arranged. How? I will show it when I take each and every module. So the thing is, this is how you have to remember. When you take a particular theme, you should know what are the subcomponents of it clearly, right? Even that subcomponents will be systematically arranged. I'll show you how that is systematically arranged when I take each and every component, right? Wait for that. So this is the first thing that you have to understand from the syllabus. So what are the things that you have to understand from the syllabus, how that is framed, how that is having a linkage, what is the exact syllabus, what are the sub-themes, how to remember the sub-themes when the discussion is going on with module, go with that module, remember that. Every day it should be like, you should by heart the keywords, you should by heart some data, you should by heart something called, I'll tell you what are the things that we have to do in a day when you are preparing for a particular module. If you are doing that, your answer is ready, right? Syllabus and previous year questions you have to understand clearly. Whenever you are preparing a separate module, the first thing that you have to do is this. Clear? Now, when will you get mark? Now I am speaking about marks. When will you get marks for an answer? Or what should be the framework for an answer? I always said this. For writing any mains answer, the framework is simple. Any mains answer in this module, the framework remains same. What is that? Or the broad framework will be remaining same. It will be having answer writing. I always said it is like a Brahma making your human body, right? How Brahma will make? He will give you a head, he will give you a body, he will give you some connectors that is called legs, right? So answer writing is also the same thing. It should have a head, it should have a body, it should have legs, and it should have some connectors like neck and torso. Without neck it will be hanging, right? So the thing is, everything has to be systematically organized here also. So just like a Brahma makes your body, just like Brahma makes a human body, you have to make yourself on the paper. Answer writing is nothing but you will be reflecting in that page wholly. You will be present. Your answers reflect your personality. Your answers reflect yourself on the paper. So answer writing is reflecting yourself on the paper. Now what does that entail? It has introduction, like your head in the answers is called introduction. Body is known as body, just like Brahma makes. Legs are known as conclusions. And there should be connectors, right? Like neck, you should have one connector here. And like torso, you should have one connector here. For any answer writing, this has to be the same. This has to be the same. Introduction, connector, body, connector, conclusion. Just like imagine a human body. Why you have to imagine a human body? Answer writing is nothing but a reflection of yourself on the paper. It will reflect your mental status. It will reflect how exactly you are present. Whether you are calm, whether you are composed, whether you are having a egalitarian outlook, whether you are having an outlook which is very non-egalitarian, whether you are optimistic or whether you are pessimistic. By looking at your answers, we can say how the person's attitude is. Your answer will not reflect there. You yourself will be present there. right? Just like going to a marriage match, right? How you prepare, the same thing you have to do here. So on a particular paper, you will be appearing 20 times, right? So now you imagine when you are going to a social function, how you want to get ready, right? You'll get ready, right? You'll go before the mirror, you'll take your time to prepare, right? So the thing is, as you are giving that much importance to a social function, appearing in an exam, writing a mains exam, and a particular paper is appearing 20 times that function, and every time you have to appear neat, tidy, and you have to get you have to attract. How you will do it? By maintaining a proper structure, by maintaining readiness, right? So introduction, connector, body, connector, and conclusion has to be present. So answer writing, with answer writing itself we can say what personality you are. The uniqueness will be found it here. So even in mission vijayata also, that is the thing. Whenever you are giving a discussion, start with some basic introduction, then you come to slowly like this, right? And this is the basic thing. And the framework is, this is a basic thing for any answer writing, either it is essay, whether this is GS4 or anything, this is same. Now framework varies from question to question or module to module. If it is history, you will start with some type of introduction. If it is polity, you will start with some type of introduction. If it is internal security, you start with some type of introduction. So that is known as the framework. If it is Indian security, what should be my introduction? If it is Indian polity, what should be my introduction? What should my body contain of? What should my conclusion be? For each and every module, you should know what is the broader theme of introduction that I will be having, broader theme of the body, broader theme of the conclusion. You should be knowing it. Once you are being ready with that, you will be maximum ready. This is the first thing. The second thing is, as I said, every subject requires its subject sensitive words. This is the body, right? You are made a human body. Now you have to give, body is not, this is skeleton, right? Skeleton won't appear good, right? Look at human bodies of Nigeria, Algeria people, how they look with skeletons. That will not be that attractive. So your answer writing should not be like a skeleton. Your answer should have flesh and blood. Flesh and blood gives beauty to the answers, beauty to the person, right? Otherwise ఎముకలు పుర్రల్లో వేసుకొని తిరిగినట్టు ఉంటుంది వీధుల్లో. People will get afraid. As simple as this. Getting the point? So don't make the people to get afraid. Don't make the evaluator to get afraid. Make him comfort. How? Give the flesh and blood to your answers. What is flesh and blood to the answers? The flesh and blood to the answers is, for the flesh and blood to the answers is subject sensitive words, substantiations by using data, facts, statistics, data, facts, statistics, giving some real life examples or real life case studies, giving some quotations, mentioning about something called constitutional articles which are very famous, giving some Supreme Court judgments. So this is adding your flesh and blood. Once this is done, it appears lively. Otherwise it won't appear lively. It will be just like skeleton. You have to give flesh and blood to your answers. Flesh and blood is this, right? Then it will have some liveliness. Then that makes Algeria people and American people different, right? When you look at a baby who is born in America or in European countries, what you will say? Abba enta bagunnadu anesi, right? But when you look at children born in Africa, I said this already, what you will call ayyo anavasaranగా పుట్టాడురా వీడు అనుకుంటాం, రైట్? మన ఆన్సర్స్ రాసినప్పుడు అయ్యో ఎక్కడో రాశాడు అనుకోకూడదు, అబ్బా ఎంత బాగా రాశాడు అనుకోవాలి. దట్ ఈస్ ద సింపుల్ థింగ్, రైట్? అయ్యో అనుకున్నాడంటే పిటి అవుతున్నారు, పిటిగా ఫీల్ అవుతున్నారు అంటే ఇంక దానికంటే వేస్ట్ ఏమి ఉండదు, రైట్? సో the answer is should be, you should get perplexed by looking at the answer. Just you look perplexed when you are looking at a baby who is with flesh and blood, right? That should be your answer. That makes your answer lively. Everything is there, body is there, flesh and blood is there. But what if there is no life? రైట్, ఎంత బాగున్నా కూడా కళ లేకపోతే ఏముంటుంది? కళ అంటే ఏంది? జీవచంలో జీవం ఉండాలి ఆ ఆన్సర్లో, విచ్ మీన్స్ యూ షుడ్ గివ్ లైఫ్ టు ఇట్, రైట్? బ్రహ్మ షుడ్ నాట్ ఫర్గెట్, he should not make the skeleton, he should not give flesh and blood. Apart from that, he should also give life. What is life? He should give that air, and then he should make the body work. Otherwise, what is the use of having a body? It is as good as having a dead body. Your answer should not appear dead. Even the dead bodies will have skeleton, it will have flesh and blood, right? But what makes a dead body different from an actual body is life. Give life to the body. And what is that life? Life is given by the so-called, the life to your answers is the so-called directives that are being asked in the answer. Directives. What exactly is the directives that they are using? Discuss, critically analyze. They will be using those directives. You should know exactly what are the directives that they are asking. Once you understand this, this is going to be the answer. And then you have to understand what exactly should be the limits of the body. When you are making a human body, you will make sure that you will have all the parts in a symmetrical way. What do I mean by symmetrical way? Your left hand will be equal to right hand. It is not like one hand will be very short, one hand will be very long. If that is the thing, if one leg is very short, one leg is not there, then what you call them? You call them as not good, you call them as not perfect citizens, rather you call them as physically disabled. Answer should not appear like physically disabled. Vikalangul lag undakudadu answer. It should be correctly matched. What do I mean by that? It should have proper limits, like two legs standing on the same thing, two hands with the same thing, right? It should have symmetry. It should have limits for your answers. You should know the limit. What exactly is the limit for your answer? That you have to always prepare. From where you will get limits, right? Otherwise, you will be having a long nose and then people will start calling you like KCR, right? They will give you names if you are extending something beyond the required. So the thing is, understand the limits of the answer. From where you will understand the limits? By understanding the question. అసలు ఎక్కడ వరకు రాయాలి, ఏం కథ అనేసి. అదర్వైజ్ యూ విల్ బి రైటింగ్ నాన్ సెన్స్ వితౌట్ ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద క్వశ్చన్. యూ విల్ బి రైటింగ్ అండ్ యూ విల్ బి మేకింగ్ ద ఆర్గన్స్ ఆఫ్ ద బాడీ టు బి గోయింగ్ ఇన్ అన్ అనదర్ డైరెక్షన్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద థింగ్స్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు కీప్ ఇన్ మైండ్. ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్, skeleton, give flesh and blood to your body, give life by understanding the directive, and then have limits. Don't write whatever you want. If Brahma will make all the creatures, right? If Brahma is asked to make the so-called human body, you have to make human body, right? If Brahma is asked to make the so-called a dog or a cat or a rat or a horse, he will be making it, right? Now Brahma is asked to make a human body. Now you are making human body. Don't turn out that to be a rat or a cat. Human body should have its own elements. You should not cross that. So you should understand what exactly is the requirement of the question. What was you asked to prepare? Is it a human body? Is it a cat? Is it a rat? You should know. Otherwise, you will start with the human body, you will end with some characteristics of cat or a dog, and you will write everything which is not related to the answer. What I mean to say this is, when you are asked to write about some components, write that. Understand that first exactly. What exactly you have to write. Otherwise, you will start writing what they have asked. When it comes to ending, Brahma will be like making half human body, half animal body. Your answer will appear that. So don't do these type of mistakes. In order to know that, you have to understand what exactly is the requirement of the question. Unless and until you have a good understanding skills, understanding the question is difficult. Many people try to write answers. They do not try to understand the questions. That is the reason why I say, if you are a fresher, try to understand, never jump into writing, right? If you do not have learned the swimming, first you should learn the swimming. First you should know how to learn, right? You will not jump directly into an ocean, or you will not just directly jump into a well. Are you understanding? So don't jump directly to write the answers. What happens when you jump directly? Your body will be taken out in the evening. What does that mean? The way in which your answer will be coming, you will not be knowing. You will kill your answer there itself. The thing is, understand the question perfectly. Understand the question. Even if it is taking 5 times to read, 10 times to read it. Be cool, be relaxed. It is going to happen. Understand the question the maximum. Try to understand what exactly is the question. For that, you should have good analyzation skills. Comprehensive skills won't get with your CSAT paper. Once my CSAT is done, I am done with comprehension. No. Exam is about comprehension. So what I say is, rather than finding the answers, first try to understand the questions. Read as many questions as you can. Take as many questions as you can. Read some 100 questions, 200 questions. Try to discuss what exactly the question is speaking. The moment you are doing this exercise, reading the questions makes you to understand the questions properly. Then you will know what exactly is you are making. Otherwise, I said, it will be half human body, half elephant, half rat, half horse. You will be mixing everything and you will be making it. By the end of the day, it will be like a Chinese laboratory. Don't do that. Getting the point? So, when you are reading, read as many questions as you can, discuss as many questions as you can. Right? Many people will read the question and they will start writing the answers. Answers will come. Wait. Answers will come slowly. But understand the question first. So for that, what you have to do, take questions. Try to understand what exactly is the questions. No need to look at the answer also. What you have understood from the question, try to analyze it. Try to discuss. Take some 50 questions of different previous year questions or the so-called your test series that is being conducted. You just try to understand what exactly is the question. Think on it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Start building there. Then you'll understand what they are asking. Once you understand that, answer will come. Don't hurry, sir, I am unable to write from day one. No one will be able to write from day one. First you have to understand the technique. First you should know what exactly is the thing. So what for that you have to do is, read as many questions as you can. As many questions as you can. Analyze as many questions as you can. What exactly the question is trying to pose you. The moment you are getting that knack, the answer writing is going to be easy. Framework is same, but what exactly you have to fill in that frame will be clear when you understand the question. So you have to read as many questions as you can. Otherwise, you will never write a correct answer. Correct in the sense the answer that is suited for the question. Getting the point? So what I mean to say is, first thing is syllabus, analyzation of syllabus, retention of what are the subcomponents in the syllabus, previous year question analysis, taking the keywords from the analysis, and then how to make a model answer. For that, making a model answer, every answer will have a separate skeleton or a same skeleton, and to that you have to prepare frameworks. That frameworks I take when I take a particular module. But your answer should have a skeleton, it should give flesh and blood, it should give life to it, it should give directives. Life will be set by the directives. Limits you should understand by understanding the question itself, and you should remember for every module there will be some flesh and blood. Clear? And what I have said finally, the last component that I said is, you have to have the so-called as many questions as you can, you have to read it. Unless and until you read as many questions as you can, you cannot be able to address the question properly. Right? So your answers, your practice should start not with answers. Your practice should start with syllabus. Your practice should start with previous year questions, analyzation, not writing. Your practice should start with by hatting certain stats. Your practice should start with analyzing the questions, at least 50 or 60 questions, discuss them, and then you can have a easy flow. Got it? This is the thing. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Anyone? Any questions? ఓ ఫోటో దివా ఒకటో రెండుది got it. Let me now enter into one module, internal security. As I said, what I'll show you, how syllabus is framed internally. You have to understand the components of the syllabus. Every day when you are coming to the class, go through the syllabus first. Next, what I'll speak is, I'll just quickly go through the previous year questions, how they are being given. So I'm taking this component, internal security, where there will be 4 questions, 2 10 marker, 2 15 marker, 2 10. Again UPSC divides beautifully. If there are 10 questions, 5 there, 5 here, 4 2 there, 2 here, 3 2 there, 1 here, or 1 there, 2 here. There here means 10 marker, 50 marker. Okay, so 4 means there will be 2 10 marker, 2 15 marker questions, which makes you 50 marks. And out of this 50, you can get easily 25 or 30. Very simple way to prepare here. So before that, what I will give for every module is, what my thought is, first I'll make you acquainted with the syllabus and with the previous year questions. That is the first 2 things that we should have for module, for any module, how it will go. First thing is syllabus, acquaintance, previous year questions, retention. Then what I will do is, I will give you keywords for every subject. Fourth one is the flesh and blood that is required. The flesh and blood that is required. So what you have to do is, every day you have to by heart them. Just like how you used to by heart for prelims some sections, right? If you are by hearting it here, that is going to work. Getting the point? So the thing is, you have to by heart these things, and this is what I am going to give you for each and every module separately. Don't make the things too complicated, keep as simple as possible, right? No need to read huge books. I will be telling you the content here. I will be telling you the brief idea about how the things have started, but the thing is, your work is to write a good answer. In order to write a good answer, stories won't work, right? If you are that good at stories, you should go to the so-called Krishna Nagar, not this Ashok Nagar, right? So the thing is, you should have marks. If you want to have marks, the thing is, you should have this framework, right? So what I will do is, for every module, I will prepare them separately and I will hand over it to you. Have that, by heart that, right? Once you are by hearting it, it is going to work. Then the only thing is, you have to add them in the answer writing. That is the thing. Then your answer writing becomes very easy. You will see that. So before that, you should look at the questions. That is what I am saying. Look at 50 questions. If possible, I only give this 50 questions also. 50 or 100 questions on each module. Why? Not to write. To analyze the question. What exactly the question is asking. Right. Got this? So let's go to the thing that is called internal security first. Now, that is the reason, don't take this support of these things. Have some hard copies, okay? Kakrotodu print తీసుకోండి ఏం కాదు, right? Now, internal security things. What is the syllabus? The first component of your syllabus is, look carefully what they have given. Linkages between you have to remember this syllabus as it is. Linkages between development and spread of extremism and spread of extremism. Development and spread of extremism. What is the link? That is the first component that they are asking. The second component of syllabus is role of external state actors and how you have to read the syllabus. Role of external state actors and role of external non-state actors. That is the syllabus. Okay. Role of external state actors and the role of external non-state actors. Non-state actors, what is their role? In creating challenges to, that is what they have given, in creating challenges to internal security. Role of external state actors, role of external non-state actors in creating challenges to internal security. That is the second component of your syllabus. What is the third component? Look at here. Challenges to internal security through the what? Communication networks. Challenges to internal security through the communication networks. Next is, so challenges to internal security through communication networks. This is the first component of it. The second component of it is role of media and social media role of media and social networking sites. Okay, role of media and social networking sites in creating challenges to internal security. In creating challenges to internal security. Role of media and social networking sites in creating challenges to internal security. What is the third component of your syllabus? Basics of cyber security. Basics of cyber security. These are the three things under that, right? Next one is money laundering that you are studying, PMLA Act, money laundering and its prevention. Money laundering and its prevention. Next is
security challenges and the management of border edges.
security challenges and their management in border areas, security challenges and their management in border areas. Next one is linkages of organized crime with terrorism. Linkages of organized crime with terrorism. Linkages of organized crime and its terrorism. Next one. Various security forces
and agencies and their mandate.
various security forces and agencies,
And their mandate.
their mandate. Right, this is what the syllabus is. Now look at how they have given the syllabus. Linkages between development and spread of extremism. Linkages between development and spread of extremism. See, this is a component of GS paper 3. I said this. GS paper 3. In GS paper 3 you have first component as, what is the first module in GS paper 3? Economy, Indian economy. Second is science and technology. Third is environment and disaster management. Now look at this, and the second paper is about polity and governance. Now, in your economic development, if that is not there, or if that is not inclusive of all sections, that is going to give rise to inequalities, and inequalities is going to breed revolution. That is what I said. If only few people are becoming rich, if other people are not becoming rich, then those who are feeling downtrodden, at one day they are going to revolt on the persons who are having rich things, right? On the persons who are controlling everything. So they are saying that all the above subjects that you have studied so far, if it is not turning out to be a development, if that development is not going to happen, then it is going to lead to extremism. This is how they linked inside the topic. So they starts here, linkages between development and spread of extremism. Now they are saying internal security. Look at the syllabus. Internal security. Security inside your country. How to protect your country. Right? Whenever you are securing internally means you have to secure your borders first. This is not just the nation, it is also, nation doesn't just means borders, it is also making about the nationals or the citizens. దేశం అంటే మట్టి కాదు, దేశం అంటే మనుషులు. మట్టిని మాత్రమే ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయడం కాదు, మనుషుల్ని కూడా ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేయాలి. ఇంటర్నల్ సెక్యూరిటీ హ్యాస్ టూ కాంపోనెంట్స్ హియర్. You have to protect the nation, you should protect the citizens in the nation. Right, internal security includes both. Now nationals or citizens of a country can be inside your country, they can be outside your country. They will be going to work outside. So even protecting them who are present outside, like Indian diaspora is also a part of Indian security. Are you understanding? So internal security means not just securing your land, not just securing your people, but securing the outside people, securing Indian citizens who are located in foreign lands also. Right, this is what internal security theme is. Now, in order to have that security, the first one is, first you should have development. And if there is no development, then that is going to give rise to extremism. What is that extremism? That we will see. The second thing is, in order to understand threat to internal security, I am saying that you have to give protection or internal security. Security is nothing but protection. You have to protect the land, you have to protect the citizens. If you want to protect, First what you have to understand is you have to understand what are the threats. ఏదో ఆపద ఉంటే ఆ ఆపద నుంచి సంరక్షించాలి అంతే. సంరక్షణ అనేసి అంటున్నాం. రక్షించాలి అనేసాన్ని సెక్యూరిటీ అంటున్నాం. రక్షించాలి అంటే దేని నుంచి? ఫ్రమ్ వాట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ ప్రొటెక్షన్. దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ యువర్ ల్యాండ్ ఫ్రమ్ స్టేట్ యాక్టర్స్ and non-state actors. Challenges to internal security from state actors or non-state actors we have to study. What is a state actor? What is a state actor? State, the term state, whenever you look at the term state anywhere, state is the legitimate authority. Legitimate authority. State is a legitimate authority. Where the legitimacy comes from the people of that state. Legitimacy comes from the people through some established doctrines like constitution. Legitimacy comes from people. ఒక స్టేట్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఒక లెజిటిమేట్ అథారిటీని స్టేట్ అంటాం. లెజిటిమసీ అంటే ఏంటి? ప్రజలు వారి మద్దతు తెలుపుతూ ఏర్పరిచినటువంటి ఒక అధికారం ఎవరికైతే ఇచ్చింటారో ఆ అధికారాన్ని ఎవరంటాము? స్టేట్ అథారిటీస్ అంటాం. స్టేట్ అంటే అది. సో రోల్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ యాక్టర్స్, లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇండియా ఈజ్ ఏ స్టేట్ యాక్టర్. ఇండియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఈజ్ ఏ స్టేట్ యాక్టర్. Chinese government is a state actor. Pakistani government is a state actor. For them, that is the people, their people have given that power to that Pakistani government. Nepal people have given that legitimacy to Nepal government. Hence, Nepal becomes a state actor. So, state actors are those actors who will be getting legitimacy from the people and who will be getting funds and organization from the people. That is called from the state itself. The state will be supporting them by giving the funds. They will be training them. They will be organizing them. They will be training them. They will be organizing them. So those agencies which are getting support of the state in the form of funds, adi dabbu rupamlo support ivvachu. In the form of the so-called organization, oka organization based support ivvachu. In the form of the so-called training. Say for example, if you are becoming bureaucrats, you are called as the state authorities, state actors. Why? You are getting trained by the government, you are getting funds from the government, and you are here to do government business. So state actors are those actors who are doing these three things. Non-state actors are those actors where the state will not be supporting the training, the funds and organizations. Non-state actors is opposite of it. At times they might not have legitimacy of the entire sections of people. So non-state actors are those actors which does not have support of the government. In what form? In the form of funds, in the form of training, in the form of organization. That is called non-state actors. Now, no need to write full sentences, okay? Don't make this another book. Just write just only those keywords. Non-state, what are the things? Right? No need to buy hat. Non-state actors. For example, I said state actors is bureaucrats. The legislative wing, the executive wing, the judiciary. In the executive you have the bureaucrats, IAS officers, IPS officers. Everyone is a state actor. Non-state actor is non-governmental organizations. The term itself says you are not organized by the government. NGOs is a non-state actor because the state is itself is saying non-governmental organization. It is an organization which has no support of government. For example, terrorism is a non-state actor. No one funds terrorism. Terrorism is a separate groups. Is a non-state actor. For example, private companies, they don't get support from government. Like multinational companies, transnational companies, multinational companies, transnational companies, they are non-state actors. They will create challenges to internal security. So role of external state actors. State actors is well established in states like Pakistan, China, Bangladesh, Bhutan. Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Bhutan, all these are state actors, all these are non-state actors, right? For example, challenges to internal security from state actors, how they are challenging. Look at some state actors, how they are challenging internal security. Pakistan trying to come and war with India, that is a threat to internal security. Why? They want our land of Jammu and Kashmir. Look at China, what it is doing. It is asking for the so-called Galwan basin, right? They are intruding inside your country, on one side in the place of Aksai Chin, on the other place of Arunachal Pradesh. So you have your own set of problems with China. Nepal is asking for Kalipani borders, right? So every country, if that threat is coming from the government authorities itself, Chinese army is provoking the battle on the land. Chinese army is a government army because the army has been created by the Chinese government. The army has been getting the support from China government. The army has been getting training from the Chinese officials. That means it is a state actor. So they are creating challenges here. So there are some non-state actors like terrorists. They will be funding their own, they will be having their own network, and then they will be creating problems to internal security. Now next one they are speaking is challenges to internal security through communication networks, media, social networking sites, and basics of cyber security. This is emerging trend of security. Earlier, your security threat was from conventional way. What do I mean by conventional? The term convention means traditional. Tradition anna convention anna ఏమంటాం తెలుగులో? సాంప్రదాయంగా వచ్చేటువంటివి అనేసి అంటాం. సాంప్రదాయంగా అనే దాన్ని ఏమంటాము? ట్రెడిషన్ అండ్ కన్వెన్షనల్. మోడర్నిటీ ఈజ్ ద న్యూ థింగ్స్. ఆధునికత అనే దాన్ని మోడర్నిటీ అంటాం, రైట్? సో వెన్ ఎవర్ ద టర్మ్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ కన్వెన్షనల్ ఆర్ ట్రెడిషనల్ మీన్స్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద థింగ్స్ that used to come. సాంప్రదాయంగా అంటే you used to have that from traditional sources. మనం ఏవైతే ఫస్ట్ నుంచి ఫాలో అవుతున్నామో మన వాల్యూస్, ఆ వాల్యూస్ అన్నీ సాంప్రదాయంగా ఉన్నారా మనుషులు అనేసి అంటుంటాం, రైట్? విచ్ మీన్స్ యు ఆర్ ఫాలోయింగ్ ద లీనియేజ్. ముందు ఏదైతే ఉందో అదే. ట్రెడిషనలీ ద థ్రెట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్నల్ సెక్యూరిటీ ఈజ్ లైక్ కమ్మింగ్ అండ్ వేజింగ్ ఏ వార్ ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్, రైట్? లైక్ బాహుబలి మూవీ, Kalakayas will come, this Mahishmati army will go and they fight. This is called conventional warfare. Face to face, the enemy will be ready to you, your army will be ready. But today the threat is not face to face, right? The warfare has changed. With evolving dynamics, the warfare has changed. యుద్ధం అనేది ఇప్పుడు పూర్తిగా మారిపోయింది. ఎలా? No one will be coming like army. That is ancient time of battles, medieval times of battles. In the modern days, the threat can be by sitting at some place you can create threat to the organizations. How? With the evolution of the so-called science and technology. There you have communication networks, social networking sites, and media which are functioning on the so-called cyber security. Cyber means computers. With the emergence of computers, the threat has become manifold. So this is speaking about some section of thing that is called what is the new challenges to the internal security. With the emergence of computers in the year 1980s, your threat has become manifold now. This is nowhere a conventional war. It is unconventional war. సాంప్రదాయంగా వచ్చేటువంటి యుద్ధం కాకుండా ఒక కొత్త రకాల యుద్ధాలు అన్నమాట ఇవన్నీ, రైట్? లైక్ కరోనా వైరస్. దిస్ ఈజ్ సంథింగ్ విచ్ వాస్ స్ప్రెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎ ల్యాబొరేటరీ ఇన్ వుహాన్. దే డిడ్ంట్ కమ్. ఈవెన్ యూ కెనాట్ know the enemy. Are you understanding? The enemy is invincible here, right? Anyone who have seen coronavirus? No. But it has created a dilapidated the entire economies of the country. So these are emerging threats in the form of diseases, in the form of communication networks. If you are crippling the so-called computer networks, almost everything today is dependent